Hey, so this is the banded hip mobilization. It is the best hip opener and thing I do before I squat every single workout. This isn't a joke. It is going to change your life. So the way that I start is I have a medium resistance band here, and I'm just going to wrap it around the bottom of my cage, tighten it up a bit. The height's not super important. What we're gonna do is we're gonna step into it first. I'm gonna start with my right leg. You're gonna do this on both sides. And the first thing we're gonna do is put the band up into the hip crease. We're gonna get down on the ground. The way you stretch this is we're articulating the entire hip joint by manipulating the head of the femur. So most people have one of two different kinds of hips. They either have the shallow hip, where it's more like, imagine a ball on a plate moving around. And then you have other people like myself who have really deep hip sockets where it's more like a ball rolling around in a bowl. So either way, we want to make sure that all of it is usable. We can articulate it in every way, and this is going to take it through a full range of motion. So to start off, we're going to start from here. So as you can see, I've kind of almost gotten into a push-up position, but I've angled my leg out this way, and my other knee is off the ground. You can intensify this by about every 5 seconds or so, slightly shifting your position, changing your weight, moving forward, easing off the band, stuff like that. The second position is going to be starting in this half lunge. We're going to move the band up to the top of your knee. And the way that we're going to get articulation here is by just simply pushing inward and pulling against the band. So I can feel it deep in here. It feels like my femur is really pulling this direction because of the band. So if you're not feeling it, you can just move further out. Usually what I like to do in this position is 5-second holds with very minimal breaks in between. This isn't that intense. You're not going to start sweating because of the stretch. And the last version that we're going to do is going to be keeping the leg banded, but we're going to switch which leg is up and which leg is down. Then we're going to pull the band up to the bottom of your gluteal fold. And we're going to get a small little hamstring stretch in here by straightening this out, reaching both hands down towards your shoe. Once you've done this for about 5 seconds or so, we switch positions slightly by moving back into this half lunge position, making sure that your shin is vertical, and then we get a little bit of a hip flexor stretch. So this combines a lot of different movements, which is why it's the best hip opener, but we're going to have our arms up, lean forward into this, feel the pull in the front of the hip, and if you're not feeling it as much, one thing you can do to take it even further is leaning to the side of that forward leg, and you'll feel it start in your obliques and move all the way down into your hips and in your quad. I usually do this one in particular. I cycle through it about 3 times before I finally switch legs and start it all over again.